Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Michigan Wolverines. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game, he talked to me about the importance of this young running back. Just a freshman, he has continued to showcase his talent. They gave him an opportunity early in the season, and they have been rewarded. He continues to shine and be very productive at the line of scrimmage. I'm going to keep you posted on how he plays here in the first quarter. They're feeding him early and often. He's in the script. Can he keep the momentum going? We'll find out. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Wolverines ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Morin. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Kicking team's got him.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
And to the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Wolverines!
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hoosiers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside. It's Beebe. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Off play action. He makes the grab. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. All right, guys, let's talk a little Indiana. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious...
Looking deep. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Motion from the wide receiver. They want to run this quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And I tell you...
And it's blocked. He's got it, and he can go with it. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. Makes it past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
David, I've been so impressed watching this 5-star true freshman and how he's played earlier this year. I think everybody knew he was physical and he could run and he had speed, but this is a guy that can catch the ball, he can block, he can do a lot of different things in this offense. The moment has just never seemed too big for him.
Yeah, I think mentally, physically is never really an issue with a lot of freshmen. It's always the mentally. Can I take it? Can I learn the playbook? Can I handle all these things that are coming at me? He's handled it all. He's handled with flying colors. He's on pace to rush for over 1,000 yards. As a true freshman, like investment they made in him, well spent.
They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look...
Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25. Offense all set and ready to crank things up. This offense needs to put together a scoring drive to keep up, trailing 14-6. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Gets it to the back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackle.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Already with 2 touchdowns on the board, now they're back at it up 14-6. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Running behind that left side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Makes the catch. It's Becker. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's Hoover. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Here's Underwood to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Marshall. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Quarterback making adjustments. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. And the timing just a hair off.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the Indiana sideline. I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to get more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd.
Makes the grab in their space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Hoosiers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. There he goes! And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Wolverines come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Underwood finds his man. It's Marsh. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marshall. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll do it himself. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Throwing, Underwood. Quarterback moving. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Michigan. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Here's a heat. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Beebe. He's going to lose yardage on the play. Steps out of bounds, and we're right at the 2-minute timeout. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Pulls it in down the middle. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Clock's momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it.
He's got it along the sideline. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He'll get rid of it. And wings it incomplete. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think of...
Might have a chance. Gain of 9 on that one. 3rd down and short. He needs a yard. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And the Hoosiers will try to convert on 4th down. got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Makes the catch. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like...
Caught, and he's got room. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This will likely be the last play of the half. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Dead center perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the Cal Golden Bears.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Catching up with the Wolverines head coach at the half. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expected to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Reese?
Appreciate that, Holly. Here's Underwood to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
To the air. It's Underwood. Makes the catch. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Using his legs, it's Marshall.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Here's a little room there.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And the Wolverines getting set on to the run. It's Marshall. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Underwood. There's the pressure. He's got him. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really...
And he's in! Touchdown, Michigan!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Here comes the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Here comes the heat. Finds his big tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And there he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. Stealing a score on special teams. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on it, and he just goes zoof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Grabbed over the middle. It's shot. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Running inside, it's Richard. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Finds his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll run play action. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Wolverines! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Right back to him on the ground. And they're able to get him down.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
To throw, it's Hoover. Spits it out to the back. Working that left side now. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Fights off a defender. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. And they'll knock him down.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Underwood. Gets it to him on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. It'll be 3rd and long. They go play action. Bryce Underwood buys a little time with his feet. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Weeks like this are... have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on. Wolverine. And is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Defense playing a bail technique. The run inside. It's Beebe.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
Other scores around the country. Slippery Rock 42. Clarion 23.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Hoover. Fires to the middle. That's caught. It's Marsh. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. It looks as if we have an injured Hoosier at the end of that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to there on that touchdown.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After that last possession, the interception, which did lead to a touchdown, might want to mix in a few more running plays with this big lead here. Finding open areas. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to him again. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Now setting up shop in the red zone. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.